guys, welcome back to my channel. So the reason why this whole video is like a week and a half late is because I couldn't decide on whether I wanted to do a voiceover or type it all out, and both seemed equally frustrating, so we're just going with the voiceover. So before I jump in to do anything, we're just going to prep our face because we're going to be putting a lot of makeup on face. So first what I do is kind of draft out what I want to do and map out exactly what I want to do, because you know, if you mess up you can't really go back if you just go full force. So that's how we map it out first. So this is me just taking a white jumbo pencil and kind of mapping out where I want the claw marks to be. This is my lovely thinking face. And don't worry if you mess up, that's why you're doing it with a jumbo pencil. That way you can erase it if you mess up 6 times like I did. So after we get that all said and done, what I'm going to be doing is taking some liquid latex and some Kleenex actually, and laying that all down. It's pretty self-explanatory. What I do is kind of just outline the latex where the outline is itself and lay down thin pieces around it. That way I have a guideline of where everything is, and basically what you do is just layer on however much you want to the thickness or non-thickness of what you want. This time we're going to be doing it a lot thinner, that way it's just easier to cut and blend and whatnot. So I will just kick this into high gear and let you watch, because like I said, it's pretty much self-explanatory. What a big heart I have, the better to love you with. Little Red Riding Hood, even bad wolves can be good. I'll try to keep satisfied, just to walk close by your... Alright, so once we're done with that, and we're going to just let it all dry, and in the meantime I'm going to be doing my brows. What I take is just a black eyeshadow, and kind of just what I'm going to do is try and make my eyebrows look more arched and higher than they are. And how I pretty much do that is I don't go all the way down on the tail end of my eyebrow and kind of bring it in more in towards my nose, if that makes any sort of sense to you guys. And just kind of fill it in per usual. And then what I'm going to do is set it with a black mascara, and then once everything is dry, I'm going to start putting foundation over the wound marks we have. And what I do for my chest and my neck is take the color that I am and put that all over to blend. And then what I'm going to do next is take Wet n Wild Soft Ivory. Oh, maybe I set my chest first so that, you know, the foundation doesn't move a lot, because this is a lot of foundation on my chest that I've ever worn. Anyway, back to the Wet n Wild foundation. I take Soft Ivory because I want her to, you know, have a dead pale face. So it has this cool little spatula thing that you can easily spread out the foundation, not that that even matters, but what I'm going to do is just kind of blend that out with a stippling brush and cover the other wound marks that are on my face. And you know, if you know how to put foundation on, it's pretty self-explanatory. What I do is kind of blend it sort of down into my neck, that way it is sort of like a gradient effect. And then I take a beauty blender to blend the rest of my face out, and then I also take the setting powder from Too Faced once again to set that in place. Now what I'm basically doing is going to be working out of the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. What I use for a transition color is kind of a ashy tone gray, so you don't really need the Shade and Light palette, to be honest, to do this look. You just need to find some gray colors and a burgundy color. So I take a lighter gray color and just blend that into my crease, and then I'm going to kind of bring it down into my nose to create a hollow effect near my eyes, per usual. Actually, not per usual, but anyway, you'll blend that out to the darkness or lightness that you would like. I want to go for a darker look on her eye, just to make the contacts that I'm going to be putting in my eyes later in the video pop more, because you know, she's dead, she got attacked, she didn't make it to grandma's. Pretty unfortunate. Now I'm going to be taking a brown color and also another gray tone color and just packing that on my eye. And then what I do is take a
blending brush that doesn't have any product on it and kind of blend that together. And what I'm doing is taking a burgundy color and just blending those two colors together, and it doesn't really need to be perfect. And then also what I do is take a darker color and add that to the outer corner of my eye just to give it some depth and definition. And then what you're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is just pretty much blend, 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 blend. And I use that burgundy color just to blend it all together. So this is me trying to do my eyeliner on camera, which is never really a success, but somehow I made it a success this time. So I kind of made the line a little bit thick and a little more outward towards, you know, wing. But what I do is kind of stop in the middle. I don't go all the way to the corner of my eye, so just wing it out like normal and kind of bring it into the middle. Don't bring it all the way down. Maybe you'll see things my way. Next, I'm just going to be prepping my lashes for falsies. I use the Better Than Sex mascara per usual. There's nothing else that I use. Now I'm going to go ahead and conceal my under eyes with a concealer. What I'm using is Tarte Shape Tape per usual. And just kind of blending that out so I can give myself an even base for what I'm going to be doing. Next, make sure to just set it so it does not go anywhere. And now I'm going to be cutting open the latex to start creating the wounds for myself. If you do this, please just be careful and work in intervals and just, you know, be careful. This took me all of probably like a half hour just because sometimes I'm uncoordinated, and just the way I wanted it to look, it just consumed that much time. And if you're doing the ones on your face, once again, please just be careful.
What for them to have?
Alright, now to create the underwound effect, like there's blood, we're going to be taking that Wet n Wild Neutrals palette and taking the red color. It's kind of a cream palette, so what I like to do is kind of use this as a base color. So we're just going to work that all into the inside of the wounds, basically. And then what I'm going to do is take that same burgundy color from the Shade and Light palette and just kind of set it all so it does not move. And then what I'm going to be doing next is taking the red color and a brown color from those neutral palettes and kind of just creating some texture effects around the wounds so it looks a little more realistic and kind of sore, like you just got scratched by a friggin' wolf. And once I got that pretty much to my liking, I do add a little more foundation just so it looks like it's not so red and kind of under the skin, over the skin. You know, texture, do it however you like. And then once that is pretty much finished and to my liking, I'm going to be taking the red or burgundy color or burnt red and kind of working that underneath my eye. But what I'm going to be doing is taking it into the hollows under my eye to create kind of a dead, weary, burnt out look, I guess. You know, I think she's going to be dead. She kind of got, you know, pretty fucked up by that wolf. So I do it on both eyes just because, you know, the whole wound isn't over her eye like my last look. And I'm going to still be taking that red color and kind of hollowing out my cheeks, as well as, you know, chiseling out my cheekbones and working that on my forehead as well. Pretty much contouring with that red color, but making it look, you know, like she's dead, because dead things are kind of cool. But make sure you work in increments and just small amounts and just blend really nice, because you don't want it to be like too harsh or too, you know, harsh. You want it to blend and make it look realistic. Now once that's done, I'm just going to be putting some mascara on my bottom lashes, and next I'm going to be taking the black color and kind of putting that in between my lips just because it gives that nice effect of chapped lips, I think, and, you know, just the whole dead thing going on. So this is some new fake blood that I decided to experiment with. This is the scab blood. I didn't realize it was as hard as I had expected it to be, so I took the end of a paintbrush and kind of just worked it more on the outside of the wound per se, just, you know, on the outside, kind of creating more texture, and on the inside as well. This is all preference. You can add as little or as much as you'd like. I love playing with fake blood, so I try to add as much as I could just to make it as realistic as I possibly could.
You sure are looking good. You're everything a big bad wolf
So once I have the scab blood to my liking, I take my liquid blood as well and put more of that on the inside. That way it's dripping down. I also put it sort of all over I want to, and I got it all up in my nose. So if you get it all up in your nose, it quite tickles. But I forgot to record a clip of me spraying the blood in the first place, but I also have spray blood too. You can put as much blood on you as you want to. Now I'm just going to be popping in my blind white contacts. I got mine from Colored Crazy Lenses, I believe. The easiest way I found to put the contacts in was to put eye drops in and then put it in your eye. But basically this look is complete. All you got to do is grab your cape, do your hair however you want to, and this look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will try and see you guys in my next video. Hopefully it'll be up soon, and finally this one is up. And happy Halloween, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.